Love and polygamy. We tell you about a church in South Africa that embraces polygamy as hundreds of couples tie the knot on Easter Sunday.
Talking Movies is your ticket to all things film. From red carpets to the biggest film festivals. Get behind-the-scenes insights into the most talked-about films, speaking directly to the creators and stars shaping the art of cinema. We celebrate the Hollywood hits and indie gems during award season. So join me, Tom Brooke, for your front row seat to the world of film. Talking Movies, now showing on BBC News.
Why has this guitar served you so well? Why is this guitar so associated with the Nile Rodgers sound?
Typically, on old records, there were 2 or 3 guitar players. So one person would be holding down the, and the other person would be holding down the. Some other guy going. You put the 3 parts together and wow, you have magic. So as a covers band, I'm the only guitar player. So Bernard was saying, you could play all 3 parts at the same time. And I'm like going, yeah, but it's going to sound wacky. He said, not on a Strat. Anyway, when I got a Strat and played those cover songs all by myself, he was right. I practiced for a few weeks and I emerged Nile Rodgers.
Leave you with a reminder of our top story. Pope Francis has died at the age of 88 after months of ill health. His body will be placed in a simple coffin at the Vatican this evening. World leaders have spoken of the Pope's humility, compassion, and spiritual courage.
Hello there. If you have any travel plans over the next couple of days, let's take a look at how the weather is shaping up around the globe. Low pressure continues to spin across the eastern side of Canada, some snow mixing in with that, but also some rain, and then along the line of this trailing weather front, further showers and storms down towards the Gulf Coast of the US. Also another clutch of severe thunderstorms developing late on Tuesday and into Wednesday across some southern parts of Texas. We continue to see lots of showers and storms extending across the Amazon basin, and it does remain quite wet across some central and southern parts of Chile. A showery complexion to the weather across Europe on Wednesday. Lots of showers across Italy, up into the Balkans, spots further north from there as well. Some heavy thundery downpours and some more generally wet weather pushing eastwards across France, the Low Countries and towards Germany. Some wet weather continuing to affect parts of East Africa, around Kenya and Tanzania. Should be a wet time of year here. That is exactly what we are seeing. Also a cluster of showers and storms moving across southern portions of the African continent. To the Middle East, while the weather is looking largely dry, we do see some showers drifting across the Caucasus, but otherwise a lot of dry weather and some hot weather too. 39 degrees as the top temperature in Baghdad. Across South Asia, also a fair bit of heat in the outlook. In Nagpur, we'll see those temperatures once again up to around 43 degrees. Delhi up to 40, those temperatures above what we would expect at this time of year. This bout of really heavy rain moving away from the Korean Peninsula and into Japan on Wednesday, so some heavy rain here, but behind that in Seoul, temperatures up to 23 degrees, some spells of sunshine returning. To Australia, well, a frontal system into the southwest, bringing some showers and some gusty winds in Perth. We continue to see some showers close to the coast of New South Wales. The weather in New Zealand for the middle part of the week is looking mainly fine with some warm sunshine.
China was already struggling to reboot a sluggish economy. Now the Trump administration has added a trade war into the mix. Beijing is looking for solutions, but will they work in an uncertain world? Join me, Stephen McDonald, for coverage of China's economy here on BBC News.
America's peace narrative is increasingly at odds with the situation inside Ukraine itself. Russia is continuing to pound cities like Sumy, as well as mount offensives right across the front line. Will this much talked about ceasefire ever arrive? You can follow us here on BBC News.
I've come to Dublin to find out why Irish cinema has been making such an impact. I'll be exploring some classic Irish films and finding out about the evolution of the film industry here, which continues to punch above its weight. Join me, Tom Brooke, for Talking Movies on BBC News.
Get courtside at the tennis with the BBC Sport website and app, with extensive coverage of the 4 Grand Slams and Davis Cup, including live text updates, behind-the-scenes features, plus news and interviews with the world's best players. Go online or download the app now.
Of God outweighs every...
Well, we are listening to Cardinal Vincent Nichols at Westminster Cathedral with a liturgy for Pope Francis, who has died at the age of 88, and we will have full coverage of the death of Pope Francis here on BBC News.
Pastoral action just a few days ago was to visit the Regina Coeli prison in Rome, greeting the inmates and declaring that but for the grace of God, he could have been in their place.